Welcome back to Moonymakes. My name is Callie and today we are going to be making No-Churn tiramisu ice cream. So if tiramisu ice cream doesn't excite you, I don't know if we can be friends. These are two of my all-time favorite desserts and this recipe is so delicious, and not only is it delicious, it's incredibly simple to make. Like I said, this is a no-churn recipe, meaning no fancy equipment required. You're going to love this recipe and I can't wait to share it with you. So let's just jump right in, but before we begin, as always, please remember to subscribe, like, share, chat in the comment section, follow me on social media for more recipes and additional content. So let's get right into it. These are the ingredients that we are going to be using. I have some ladyfingers right here. I also have some heavy cream. Here I have some coffee. You could also use espresso shots, and that is ready to go. You want it to cool down a little bit, of course, you don't want to burn yourself. I have some vanilla salt here. This is optional, highly recommended. I have some coffee liqueur. So in a traditional tiramisu, there is alcohol in it, and so we want to keep those same kind of flavors in this ice cream. So I'm going to be adding a little bit of alcohol, but again, you could omit it if you like. However, I highly recommend using it. I have some cocoa powder, a little bit of instant coffee powder. I have some additional cocoa powder, and I have sweetened condensed milk. So let's get right into it. First, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna combine my cocoa powder with my instant coffee. I do have a little additional cocoa powder over there, and we'll get to that shortly. But for now, we're gonna combine that along with our vanilla, of course, and a good pinch of kosher salt. Always want to be salting your desserts. So now that that is all combined, I'm just gonna give it a quick stir to get it nice and incorporated. Okay, so this is looking good, and as you may have noticed, I switched from my spatula to a fork. I don't know what I was thinking trying to stir that with a spatula. That was a horrible idea. So next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start dunking our ladyfingers into the coffee. So like I said, I have some coffee here. I'm gonna add in my coffee flavored alcohol liqueur. Okay, so I'm just gonna give the alcohol a quick stir like so. And so next, what we're gonna do is take our ladyfingers and just one at a time, we're gonna dunk them in the coffee on all sides. And then I'm gonna place them back on to the plate. Okay, so next I'm gonna set that aside. And I'm gonna take my ladyfingers along with just a small sieve here, and I'm going to dust them with that cocoa powder, that additional cocoa powder that I set aside. So give them a good dusting like so, just on the top. You don't have to flip them over. Okay, so all I'm doing next is just taking a knife and cutting the ladyfinger into small pieces. Okay, so these to me are the perfect size. So I'm gonna set this aside momentarily, and we're gonna take our heavy cream. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna whisk this to stiff peaks, which is kind of like the consistency of Cool Whip. I'll show you what it looks like once it's there. I think the easiest way to do this is using an electric whisk, but you could do this by hand as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then we'll continue. Okay, so this is looking absolutely perfect, and it's kind of, like I said, the consistency of Cool Whip. You could use a spatula and kind of hold it upright like so, which means we're ready to move on. So next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add in that sweetened condensed milk, cocoa powder, instant coffee that we have over here. And I'm just going to use my spatula and fold it gently into the batter. And by folding, what I mean is taking your spatula, running it around the bottom and through the center of the mixture like so, to incorporate the sweetened condensed milk. And this kind of just helps to ensure that we don't lose too much of that air that we whipped into the batter. And so just have some patience, it'll all come together. Okay, so this is looking good. So next, I'm gonna throw in the ladyfingers. So these ladyfingers, I'm just gonna use my hands, are going in, and you could kind of add any of the extra cocoa powder that might have kind of collected on the sides, add that in as well. Okay, so now I'm just going to fold in the ladyfingers like so. Okay, so next what I'm gonna do is I'm going to continue to add this ice cream into a couple of Tupperware containers, and then I'm gonna pop this into the freezer overnight. And then tomorrow I'll meet back up with you and I'll show you, I'll give you a close-up actually of just how creamy and absolutely amazing this ice cream really is. Okay, so we are back. This tiramisu sat in the freezer overnight and it is absolutely incredible. It really does have all of the flavor components of a traditional tiramisu. You get the cocoa powder, you get the coffee, you get the hints of alcohol, you get the creaminess, and if you really want to give this tiramisu vibes, you could even dust it with a little bit of cocoa powder. Optional, recommended. You are going to love this ice cream and I can't wait for you to make it at home. So as always, for the full written recipe and instructions, head to my blog, moonymakes.com. I'll put the link for that in the description box below. Click on the link, the recipe will come right up, and make this No-Churn tiramisu ice cream. I promise you're going to love it, and let me know what you think because I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.